Okay, hello, and I am in the Fiji, as predicted. Yes, so this is an interesting game. We do lose this one, kind of annoyingly, but I am up against it. I'm in a T9 match, and there's not very many T7 boats in the game. This is a pretty interesting game, so let's take a look at it. Okay, so we are on Islands of Ice. We are moving in towards B. I'm being a little bit slow because you are a British cruiser, therefore you don't want to rush in. I am quite far ahead of everyone else. I'm just behind the DDs. I'm slowing down behind this island to keep myself in a good position where I can't be focused, and if I am focused I can get out of there pretty quickly. Now, I've been thinking about my YouTube videos actually, and I am thinking how I can make them better for you guys. I am definitely not the best player in the world. If you want to watch a good player, go watch someone like Flamu or something, because he will play some amazing games. I'm your average player. I'm the player that will play as good as you, maybe even a little bit worse. So my win rate is just over 52%, which isn't fantastic. So I'm 2% above average, just put it that way. But yeah, so I'm thinking how I can improve the videos and give you more use. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pausing the game every so often, and I'm going to be giving sit reps or situational reports. Sit reps. I'll be explaining the advantages and disadvantages in the current particular situation, and then how I can correct them or correct any mistakes that may have been made. And at the end I will be identifying three things that I and maybe you guys can learn from this particular game. I think that's what you can do in every single game. It's always good to learn what you do and try and improve. And I'll also explain any tactics. So I think I'll be pausing the video just here, and I'm going to explain some situations. Okay, yeah, so paused here. As we can see here, the enemy team has moved to the south. There is at least one ship in the north at A, which is the Neptune, and we are piling into B. The advantage we have is our battleships are moving up quite far forward, which is good. But the disadvantages is we're all going through this small channel which DDs can just throw torps at. As you can see here, a whole load of torps. So yeah, and getting back into the game, let's go. Okay, so luckily those torps burned out just before, which must mean it was not from a Japanese long-range torpedo DD. It must have been from a shorter range boat, probably a German or a yeah, probably the German. It could have been the Akatsuki. There's the Akatsuki and there's the Z-23. It's probably from the Akatsuki. Our team is still continuing trying to move into B. We're not making that much of a penetration, but it's good that we're getting in there. However, it does leave us exposed. Finally, I managed to get some shots out against the Frederick de Gruyter. It's the first boat that's come into range. It does mean I do get detected, which is not good when you're in an open situation like this. However, I do have the meat shield of the Tirpitz and the Bismarck just ahead of me. Again, more torpedoes being thrown at us. Luckily, all of us, that I can see anyway, manages to avoid the torpedoes. At the moment, the enemy DD has a lot of good opportunities to throw torpedoes into this big mass of, to them, enemy ships. But anyway, yes, I'm still continuing down the line in the Fiji. I've just upgraded the hull and the range upgrade. I was debating whether to get the range upgrade or not, because I am trying to look to get to the Minotaur as quickly as possible. I didn't really want to spend 12,500 XP getting a range upgrade when the range is okay anyway. But I thought, you know what, I enjoy this ship, and I'm going to be using it in ranked, so I might as well upgrade it as much as I can. That is one small issue, is when I'm in ranked, I don't really want to waste time on the Fiji, but I also want to go high up in ranked. My second boat I can use in ranked, well, I've got two other boats actually. I can use the Colorado or the Pepsi Cola, which are really not the best ships to use in ranked whatsoever. One consideration is I might get the Belfast, which means be very useful for retraining getting up to the Minotaur. So, and also it's definitely the best boat in ranked this time. Anyway, we've managed to cap B. Enemy has got A, and we're one boat apiece with a disadvantage in caps. Points, sorry. I've decided to move up to where the Neptune is, up into A, and I want to try and capture A. Now, I'm only doing this because I know there is a Bismarck coming up with me, which gives me a little bit of a reprieve. However, the Neptune is vastly superior to the Fiji. The Fiji should not be able to defeat a Neptune whatsoever. I know exactly where the Neptune is. It's hiding in smoke, and I've sent torpedoes into the smoke, hoping it's not going to move. I've also decided to heal myself because I know I'm going to be targeted pretty soon. We know the Neptune is going to be moving out of the smoke pretty soon because the smoke doesn't last forever, of course. Well, I'm detected, which means I'm either detected by another boat or the Neptune itself. It's more likely to be another boat somewhere. I've decided to pop my hydro, and fantastic, we get two hits on the Neptune. I'm going to pause it here. One thing I did here, I want to explain this, is I knew where the Neptune was, and I knew that I would not be able to defeat the Neptune. So I used this island in front of me to act as a barrier, and I know that if I'm behind the island, he can't hit me. He's also got to worry about the Bismarck, so I have the advantage here. So there's the advantage to me, and let's carry on with the video. Okay, yeah, so he's coming around the island, and I'm going to try and take as many citadels as possible on him. There we go, throw it in there. I'm angled, he's not, which meant I was able to take 18,000 damage and get 6 citadels, which is absolutely insane. However, straight away he decides to angle. He's probably sent a torpedo, so I've got to be aware of that. And now I'm getting quite angled, so I've got to be moving behind this island. A lot is happening quite quickly here. Unfortunately, he is healing up all that damage, and I'm not going to be able to kill him. He's going to disappear into the into the cyclone, which I think has appeared, or maybe it's in smoke or something similar to that. And we have another DD throwing HE at me. That's something I can't see. That is kind of frustrating. Although it could be the Otago moving in. No, I think it's there we go, torpedoes. That is from a mystery DD. Right, as you can see on the map, it's the Z23. Luckily I was moving backwards. I can't remember whether I was doing that on purpose. And there we go, there's the Neptune torpedoes, getting away from those. Playing very careful, and again, I could have had a better play there by moving out towards there and maybe finishing off the Neptune, citadeling him with my broadside. Of course, that means he could citadel me, so at least we both haven't lost. And here we go. Here is the Z23. Let's see what we can do to this guy here. AP against DDs is absolutely fantastic. And there you go, 2,000 HP off there. And what we're going to get here, mostly misses, but again we do 2 hits, 2,000 damage. As you can see, all this damage is penetration damage, and there we go, another 2,000, 3,000. And we're just going to put some torpedoes in the water and see if we can get this guy. 4,000 damage, and then the kill is totally stolen from me. Never mind. We're already up at 64,000 damage, and our team is beginning to lose it quite badly. We have the advantage in caps, but we are 4 ships down versus their 2 ships. Now, on from a strategical point of view, a lot of our ships have moved back. We have totally lost sea, and we have a lot of cruisers that are quite far back down in the southwestern corner. They are open, therefore they can be killed pretty quickly. This is not a good position for them to be in. The Bismarck and the Mass aren't in particularly useful positions as we are in A, which there are no enemy boats in A, so we have to start moving south. And thirdly, there is a cyclone involved, which means, and there you go, an even more disadvantage. The mass on our team decided to run into the torpedoes, and it was incredible how you didn't see that. You must have not been paying attention. So yep, they've killed 6 of our boats, and we've killed 2 of theirs. We are not doing well. Right, we've got the Otago here, nice broadside, 9 minus and angled, and hopefully he's going to be firing HE rather than AP, which would give me the advantage there. Straight away, get 5k on him and a citadel. Let's keep this trajectory. Last he isn't moving too much, or he's moving around towards me. Another citadel, 6,000 damage. This is how quickly you can do damage with cruisers with British. Another citadel, so we've got 8 citadels so far. Let's see what else we can do. Looks like he's slowing down and moving towards us. There we go, no hits in there. Luckily he's firing a HE at me, but something has fired AP at me, and that hurt me a lot. And again, probably the Neptune. I can't see the Neptune, however I know I'm detected. As you can see, I'm detected by 2 people. There we go. Another 2. And it looks like I'm going to be done pretty soon. I decided to pop my smoke. And a whole lot of torpedoes are coming at me. I don't care about the torpedoes. I'm nearly dead. I just want to survive. Yeah. This is near the end of me. I've got 90,000 damage. And it looks like I'm pretty much dead. One more salvo from the Fiji makes me a dead. And, oh no, he missed those ones there. And I can't do anything about this now. Although the plane spots me, how annoying is that? I could have been able to defeat him if it wasn't for the plane. And that kill is also stolen from me. So no kills, but 95,000 damage, which really isn't too bad at all. Yeah, so interesting game. And let's take a look. Yeah, so there were some good things and bad things I did here. The first thing I would say that I should learn in the next game is being more situationally aware, especially in British cruisers such as the Fiji. I decided to go up into the open while I was trying to push my way down south, but there's no point pushing myself down south if there was no kind of meat shield if I'm not hiding behind islands, so that wasn't a particularly good move for me. However, one of the reasons why I was doing that, I was thinking, well, there's no players left, so who cares? And this guy who did kill my steel, he's decided to go AFK, as you can see by his turrets. They're pointing backwards and forwards, so, well, there's no point. And he probably just exited in rage or something like that. Well, thank you very much. Second thing I would say is that, on a personal level, not always to overextend myself. For example, I was trying to take down a Neptune. I didn't die from it, but it's quite risky. It's usually something that you are going to lose against, so there's no point trying to take on a boat that you can't do. It's best to be realistic, you know. Don't be too aggressive, because if you're dead, you can't do anything. And here we go, here's the killing shot. There we go. And let's take a look at the results. As you can see, still got 420,000 experience and credits and 4,000 experience. Obviously, I'm running premium. I came top of my team with 1,300 experience, far greater than anyone, nearly double the next guy on my team, even though I didn't get any kills. That's not too bad at all. And looking at the detailed report, there we go. Most of my damage was done on the Neptune. I did, yeah, not too bad, 20,000 damage on the Neptune, and a lot of it was done on my main battery. Credits and XP, as you can see here, not too bad, 300,000, 377,000, and that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.